Usually, racing is a sport about speed and solitude, all alone at 190 miles per hour. Not today. Just 1 year ago, the great Dale Earnhardt delivered his 10th win here at Talladega. Today, the 43-car field is fast. Their mission can be frightening. And finally, at the finish, after 500 miles, it's every man for himself.
Give me fuel, give me fire, give me double shot of time.
NBC Sports presents the Nascar Winston Cup Series. Today, live from the Talladega Superspeedway in Talladega, Alabama, it's the EA Sports 500, presented by Dodge. It is the biggest track on the Winston Cup circuit. 2.66 miles of temptation. Or is it terror? Saturday morning, the early minutes of final practice. A multi-car crash that forced 5 teams to drag out a backup car and several others to make extensive repairs. Rusty Wallace, Terry Labonte, Ken Schrader, John Andretti, and Jeff Purvis all dropped to the back of the field in a backup car. Hi, everybody. Bill Weber along with Benny Parsons right next to the start-finish line here at Talladega. They ran 500 miles here in April, caution-free. The Winston Cup drivers can do it again today.
They can, but I don't think they will. In April, a lot of the drivers, most of the drivers were solid with their rides. Owners, solid with their sponsors. We're here in October. That's not the case. A lot of drivers looking for cars to drive next year, and a lot of owners looking for sponsors. To do that, to attract that money, you need to get your car up front. To get that good ride, you need to take the car up front. That's what we'll see today. A lot of aggression. And when we see that at Talladega, that normally means crashes, which means caution flags.
Wow. Well, we're looking for our 17th different winner of the season and our 5th first-time winner in 2001. Now, last Monday at Martinsville, Ricky Craven went to victory lane, sparking a familiar battle cry as Craven thundered into Alabama. Roll Tide.
Wow. Bumping, banging into the final corners. Craven rides Jarrett up the racetrack. Here they come off the turn. Ricky Craven is a Nascar Winston Cup winner. What a finish in Martinsville. They're going crazy in New England. Newburgh, Maine's Ricky Craven in his 174th start. Craven injured badly. Multiple concussions a couple of years ago, had to spend the better part of a year out of the sport trying to rebuild his career.
This guy was damaged goods left on the shelf until he proved that he could come back and drive a race car.
I began racing in 1982. I was 15 years old with the dream of winning a Winston Cup race. Then things didn't go the way I'd hoped. I got beat up, and I'm just so thankful for everybody that stuck with me. And there's so many people, I couldn't recognize all of them, but just thank you all.
Nice guys can finish first. Well, it has been a wild season on and off the track, but the feel-good story of the year. Congratulations on that first win. What's the week been like?
Oh, it's been fantastic. It's been a week where we've reflected on Monday and spent a lot of time with friends celebrating right up until this morning. Now we got to get back to work.
Yeah, it is time to go back to work, isn't it, BP?
It is. Back at Talladega, the victory came at Martinsville, but really and truly for you, a victory at Talladega would be really significant because you'd come full circle. That horrific crash you had done in turn 1, a victory would mean a lot more at Talladega than Martinsville, wouldn't it?
Well, it wouldn't mean more. That's going to be a big win forever because it's first. But, Benny, you're right. To be able to come here and win on – last week we won on the smallest track. Then we come back here and win on the largest track. And particularly the fact that I tried flying here one year and got beat up and maybe the beginning of my problems. But 35 years old, I feel great and got a lot to look forward to.
Can you win today?
I know the Tide Ford's capable of winning. The guys have given me 6 good chances from here on out. We got 6 races left. I feel great about all of them. And today, this is sort of like a grab bag. You know, you reach in, you pull something out and see what you get. But I'm still looking forward to it.
Well, it was great to watch on Monday. Really thrilled for you pulling the victory lane again. Congratulations. Have a good, safe race here today.
Thank you, Bill, and thank you, Benny.
Thank you, Ricky.
Ricky Craven went to victory lane at Martinsville on Monday, and while he was celebrating in victory lane, 2 guys that thought they were headed there ended up doing a little verbal sparring after the race.
See a bumper coming. Oh, there we go. Oh, no! You knew that was coming.
I guess that's not what they wanted to see.
Kevin Harvick is being held for a 1-lap penalty for rough driving.
Those kind of calls aren't what fills these grandstands, though.
The problem you got here is you got a young kid with a lot of talent trying to fill Dale Earnhardt's shoes and thinks he is Dale Earnhardt.
The first one looked to me like a racing incident, and the second one looked to me like payback.
He wouldn't make a scab on Dale Earnhardt's butt right now. He just needs a little more time.
At Talladega, you never know who you may need as a late race friend. First off, Kevin Harvick, have you talked to Bobby Hamilton?
Well, I don't really think there's anything to talk about. He knocked the hell out of me, and I knocked the hell out of him, and you know, from that point it's on and pretty much over with. So you can't carry those feelings from Martinsville to here. I mean, there's just it's done and over with, and you just have to go on with it.
Patient for 500 miles here?
This racetrack is so much, it races a lot different than Daytona for me anyway. I feel that I haven't been as patient as I need to be, and we're going to try and play the patience game today and pick a line and just kind of stick with it and see what happens. So we just have to take our time and put ourselves in position for the last 20 or 30 laps.
He's chasing $1 million, also his first restrictor plate victory. He starts 19th, which could be good news because the past 4 races here at Talladega, the winner started 14th. Or worse. Now, let's go to Dave Burns. Dave?
And Matt, Bobby Hamilton knows that the kind of shenanigans that took place on the racetrack last week do not play here because he's won here before. But have you talked with Kevin Harvick, tensions being what they are here at Talladega?
No, but I mean, you know, we just put 2 or 3 weeks behind us, let everything calm down a little bit. And we got to race together. The Square D Chevrolet's running good here, and Kevin's doing a good job here. And we know Kevin's a good race car driver, and we've been running good lately. So, we don't get into all that's history now. You know what I mean? That stuff happened. It was probably a pretty good show for the race fans. It wasn't such a good show for both of us, but we're all professionals in this business. We'll get over it.
All right, and word around the garage this weekend is that his car is as good as it was in the spring. Bobby Hamilton could be a real threat today, Marty.
Well, Dave, the last time we went plate racing, Dale Earnhardt Jr. proved you can dominate one of these races, leading 116 laps. And you said you had a special feeling that night before Daytona. Any magical sense today?
Well, I know that this race is going to be quite a bit more competitive than that, but we have just as good a car. So if that's anything, we should be up front most of the day. Normally we play strategy to kind of ride around and stay out of trouble and then go for it at the end. But if my car is just as good as it was in Daytona, we'll just try to stay up front.
Well, he's yet to win at Talladega, but his dad won here more. And Rusty Wallace racing for $1 million. Rusty drops to the back of the field in a backup car, and we'll be right back to Talladega for the EA Sports 500, presented by Dodge, when NASCAR on NBC continues.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. Like, I'm going to put this thing away.